Steve!
Cool. (1987) Hello, and welcome, fellow raiders and people who've kind of explored India passively through the lens of Laurie. Confessions of a Gaming Mother. Thank you for joining me, and hoping everyone's okay. And joining me to make the second part of Team Stegan is Megan Marie. Say hi, Megan.
Oh, I like that. Hello.
She joined me last.
Everyone.
Yeah, she joined me last time when we did Atlantis, so it's nice of her to be selected by the great powers that be herself to do this particular segment. But no, I'm very much looking forward to it. London is something that I know it's very notorious with a lot of the community in terms of like it being the longest chapter and just quite punishing and a bit difficult. But I'm hoping that we can power on through, and I might be able to show off something that a little skip that I picked up for the first level. I might show off just for the lols. But how's everybody doing? We've got lots and lots of people saying hi in the chat, which is great. I'm hoping everyone enjoyed Laurie's stream. I thought it was really expertly handled, considering she was quite worried about it. But I think she did very well.
Everybody always does great.
It's the weight and the anticipation, I think, that gets it. The anxiety more than anything else.
Exactly.
So I am just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to boot up Tomb Raider 3 and then we're going to switch over. I'm going to just do my feed so you can see me in real time as well.
The London levels are great because they also introduce the cat suit, which is just like, come on.
Yeah,
so
the cat suit. The cat suit. I mean, it's a pretty good outfit. I'm trying to sort of think of what makes that different from the one that's in Chronicles, like design-wise. Is it just have more zips and buckles?
So that it's short sleeve versus long sleeve, and evidently, yeah, in TR3 the cat suit has zips down the sides of the legs, which I didn't remember. But I was just working on the cosplay guide, and it's like, what are those? I guess they're for. It's a little too tight to put your legs through. But yeah, it's an interesting design.
Right, let's switch over to the game then. Okay, here we go. So I'm running Tomb Raider 3 on PC. I've got the widescreen patch installed. No other kind of like whistles and knobs on this particular thing. Just pretty much straight up as is. Tomb Raider 3. So hopefully it shouldn't crash. Hopefully it should be fine. We've got a save file prepared, so we're just going to go to that one first. Yes, I've got some interesting things in the chat as well. Does anyone want to show off some of the video commands that I've got? So I've basically been repurposing Fortnite Lara for my own nefarious means. So I've found a way to basically... Yeah, there we go. There's one of them. I don't know if you can see that. There's a few there.
Oh my god, that's so good.
So I've got a few there.
I love it!
And another one that I've just added, actually, is this one here.
I've got balls of steel.
Here we go.
I love that one. What all those feel like. Oh my god, the Naruto run. We need to do that in Area 51.
Yes, definitely.
Naruto run her way behind the fence.
Excellent. Right, okay. Let's do this. Let's do some bloody London. So here we are, in good old Blighty. And I'm going to show off a little tip for anyone who might not enjoy this particular segment of the game and want to find a good way to skip it. Basically, if I just turn that up, the developers didn't account for people being able to do... Hang on. This. You can basically just jump over this. And that cuts out about 85% of the level. So when you're here, you can just basically climb up to this portion here and then jump over to here. And if you're very clever, and I don't think I'm going to be able to nail this particular part of the trick, but we will certainly try. Okay. you can basically drop yourself down here. And that's it. You're now at the very end of this particular level. And it's a very specific point that you have to land on, because if you land on the barbed wire, it's treated like you've landed on spikes, and you essentially just die instantly. Game over, man. And that's it.
You have to just barely nick them.
Yeah. So here we go. We've got these guys. You can just ignore them and kamikaze roll into, and that's it. 1.5 minutes. You can have this level completely done and beaten. You're welcome. But we're actually going to do it properly. We're going to do it properly. I can't not do Thames Wharf properly. That's just cheating. That's not how I've been practicing this particular segment. I've not just been doing that skip because I just refused to do it. No, I've been doing it properly. So as... Oh, what the heck? Just me casually running off the side there. Don't mind me. If anyone needs to... if anyone's got any problems with the audio levels of the stream, by the way, if the game's too quiet, I'm too loud, vice versa, just please let me know. If it's comfortable, then all is good. So I'm just going to take care of the vultures that are, of course, native to London, as everybody knows who lives there. So I'm pretty sure you're supposed to jump to that zip wire to go across, but I think you can just do this. And do that. And that also stops
the vulture.
Yeah, just a bit. It cushions the fall. And it stops the trigger for the enemy to spawn here, so you get yourself a bit of an easier time climbing up here. So now we can just pull this. And thank you very much there, Crystal Dynamics, for the bits. Holy shiz. 8,500. Thank you for streaming with us again, entertaining us with your amazing voice improv skills. I'm hoping someone clips that part of me narrating badly over that cutscene, because...
It was pretty impressive.
Thank you.
I felt for Paul. I felt like... I felt for Paul's wife, too. Or soon to be. So sad.
I know, right? Worst stag do ever.
What did you guys tell her?
Well, what would you tell somebody who hired her?
He got cold feet.
Oh, poor cold feet. I bet the lads at the pub named him that all the time. Do you know what? I'm actually feeling the high explosive vibe. Yeah, ignore all the extra ammo I've got for this. It's fine. Thank you very much there for the gift sub, Uncharted. You've gifted Crystal Dynamics a sub to my channel. Thank you so much. I'm sure Crystal Dynamics really appreciates being a member of the War Clan. And he's dead. And of course now we've completely eviscerated a mercenary with the power of grenades. We can now take his key, because as all mercenaries know, when they're going to a place, they need to carry keys for fire rooms or flu rooms, that's it, around with them at all times, just in case. Yeah, I love
the giant rats.
Huge. I know, ROUSs. Rodents of unusual size. I love the fact the grenade launcher in these games just make them just completely blow apart. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
The key was fine.
Yeah, the key was absolutely... Yeah, it was made of metal, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know science, Megan?
Yeah. Tomb Raider science. It's a different type of science.
Indeed, Tomb Raider logic.
Are also different level of physics.
I got a thing going in the streams a few times. It was like hashtag Tomb Raider logic, where basically stuff in here only exists purely for the sake of Lara interacting with it. Like buttons that are on the other side of rooms that interact with things that would have no practical purpose whatsoever. But it's Tomb Raider logic, isn't it? Oh, there she goes.
However,
she's trying to. She's storming Area 51.
Already. As someone who used to own a 100-year-old house, every once in a while, like, that Tomb Raider logic sort of makes sense. I had a closet that had a light in it, and the 4 years I lived there could never figure out how to turn on the light in the closet. And as we were moving, so this closet was in the basement of the house, and as we were moving, I found a light switch under the bed of the bedroom on the upper floor, like opposite of it. So the light switch for this closet was like 2 stories up on the opposite side of the house.
Wow. So I was just chuckling to myself there because I just literally blew up a vulture point blank with a grenade launcher. Sorry, a bit overkill. But that sounds mental. That you've got like this 100. You had a 100-year-old house. How long
No problem.
did... How was it to live in such an ancient property? Oh God, why, controller? Oh.
Oh, forget. In the United States, 100 years old is
Oh,
super
dear.
old, but that's probably not so old for you guys. Like,
Possibly not. No.
it's old in the US.
It's fine. I've been practicing, honest. I just need to remember to save more often. It's fine. We get to blow up Mr. Mercenary again and give him a bad time. Right. Let's do it again. That's the trouble with London. It is very punishing, casually. Very punishing. I mean, there's a particular segment later where if you just do something by accident, it can completely soft lock you unless you've got a save to go back to, which I will show off later.
Thanks.
And also, we get to see that robot as well in this level. That one where its sole purpose is to drive around in circles, flailing open, exposed wiring at things. Like Megan, in this 100-year-old house, how was it that you actually how would you go about turning the lights on? You just walk up to it, right, and press a switch, wouldn't you? Well,
Exactly.
in this particular game's universe, you have to drive a massive robot into it to short the electricity, and that's how you do it. So none of those shenanigans in
Everything
your
Lara
house.
does is so much more interesting.
Definitely. Okay. I'm hoping everyone can see as well, because it's quite a dark level. I'll try my best to keep stocked up on flares for people to be able to see what I'm actually playing. Let me just save. Do a safety save. Uh-huh.
A couple years back, one of my favorite memories with the Tomb Raider community is we actually did like a little walking tour of London and went to a lot of the places where Lara has gone. So we went to the cathedral and both of the museums because, you know. Yeah, and it was super cool.
Nice.
I wanted to go see Aldwych, but obviously they only give physical tours every once in a while. However, evidently they do digital tours, and the online tours, you can actually see more places. There's some rooms that they don't actually allow people to go into. I think like some of the bathrooms and stuff like that. So it's pretty
how exciting.
cheap. I was thinking that might actually be fun to ignore. I know. But I thought it might be fun to organize one where a bunch of Tomb Raider fans kind of join together online. It could be fun, but yeah.
The 25th anniversary celebration, exploring Aldwich's bathrooms for the very first time.
Yep.
You heard it here first, folks.
Exactly.
I'm going to save here just in case my fingers forget how to finger and press the wrong button. So let me just save that here. There we go. There we go. Press this button to open up something on the other side of the map, of course. And then that button there actually controls the window cleaning lift that's just down here, so we can then raise that up to this little hatch up here. It all works out.
Super
It's just
efficient.
science. It's just science. I know there's a vulture around. I know it's probably going to fly into this vent and try and attack me, which it has done before. I've been locked in a situation where I've had a really slowly moving vulture chasing me whilst I've been crawling through this, and it's just looked so funny. Where is it? I can hear it. Can't see it though.
It's biding its time.
It waits. It's waiting for me. Oh, and by the way, jump scare. There we go. Oh, and another one.
Legitimately used to scare me. Like I'd have the volume up so loud, and then that little music cue would play, and I'd always jump.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's quite startling. Some of the music in this game. Although I must admit, one sound effect we'll get to in a little bit later. I kind of I hate it. Every time I hear it, I think to myself, why is this in the game? It's the sound effect that it also pops up in the South Pacific, whenever you press a switch to basically fill up a container full of water or empty it, like a big room full of water, it makes this big kind of like sort of droning noise, and it is the most obnoxious thing ever, and I don't get why they put it in. I don't get it. It's horrible.
That's funny. I don't particularly remember that, but I have a feeling I will once.
Oh, you
once
will.
we see it again.
You will soon
It will
enough,
haunt
Megan. Soon. Thank you very much for the couple bits there, Hi and Jimmy. Keeping Winston in the freezer. He's trying to escape, bless him. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. It's up to you to keep him in there.
Oh, I do see the zips on the side of her legs. Okay, I didn't recognize that when I was younger.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
I wasn't into cosplay as much then, so I didn't have that eye for detail. But yeah, it's an interesting catsuit design.
Okay, cool. Saving, because you need to. I don't do it enough. There we go. So, we're back here, and now to do another crazy jump. Crazy? I like how also, at the end of this level, which clearly, that's supposed to be St. Paul's Cathedral, right? And it drops you into it drops you into Aldwych, which is in completely the different geographic location in actual London, and also, how would you get to it through the top of a church chapel? And I believe that was because they were originally planning to have All Hallows as the level that follows Thames Wharf, if I'm not mistaken. But they obviously had to cut it out for time, otherwise the London chapter would have been truncated. So that's why it then goes to Aldwych instead, straight afterwards. And that's why All Hallows was like, get off me!
London was already pretty big.
Yeah. And stay down, please. Thank you. I asked nicely. Okay. Jason says it's not as bad as 28 Weeks Later, the movie, where they cross a bridge to get at Greenwich and walked a few minutes to get to Wembley. That definitely isn't a thing in real life. Hey, Croft Generation TV, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to hell. I mean, London.
So that kind of stuff is going to be less obvious to people who aren't from the UK.
Exactly.
I probably wouldn't have noticed. But yeah, you laugh when you see things like that, like, really?
I've just realised I've died twice. Hang on a minute, let me just amend my death counter. There we go. Wait, did I just save that? Oh my god, I did, didn't I?
Oh no!
I just saved that, didn't I? Hang on. No, I did, didn't I? Oh, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I've done this. Hang on. It's fine, I've got backup saves. Made you look.
Smart.
So where am I in this particular save? I've got all the stones, to just ignore that. And where am I? See, this is the part where you jump into a save and I have no idea where I actually am, but it's fine. I think we're pretty much at the end of the segment anyway. We're just skipping a little bit. It's all good. I can't believe I did that. Just complete muscle memory took over. And I saved mid-fall. Damn. That's silly.
You're definitely not the first person to do that.
Oh, I can imagine. Josh says that he almost gave us a heart attack. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry. I'll try my best not to do that again. Come on. Back, please, Miss Croft. Reverse. Can I reverse? Are you going to let me reverse? No? Okay. I guess we'll play by your rules, Miss Croft. We'll just go forward and then we'll turn. There we go. It's like she has osteoporosis or something. It's just... moves so shuffling and shamblingly inside vents. It's like, move a bit faster. You're an athlete.
This is her third adventure. She's put herself through a lot.
Well, yeah. She's still going, though. She can still somersault like the best of them.
Yeah. It's very impressive.
It is. There's a dead vulture there. Right. Up we go. Again. Warning. Vehicle
Vulture's now
reversing.
a landmark for you.
Yeah, they're a point of reference of progress, so I know when I can look at a dead vulture, I'm like, ah, yes, I'm here. I'm this far in. Okay, here we go. Okay. Up here. I think that's what makes up the most of the runtime of these particular levels, is because there is a lot of complicated backtracking and looping. Like one button sets off a series of events where you have to go to a location, which means you can't go back the way you came, so you have to go the long way round each time. It certainly becomes that way in Aldwych. Right. Okay.
Backtracking is part of the DNA.
Yes, it is.
Which Dallas brought up in the video, how he was always had fond memories of backtracking and backtracking again, which all of you, Dallas does watch these streams. He sends us
does he actually
little tidbits throughout the so Dallas, if you're listening, everybody's excited to talk to you sometime. We're gonna have him on one of the future streams.
Oh, cool. Hopefully I've pressed the button at this particular save point to not jump into fire. Yes, there we go. Cool. No fire for me. Hooray. So now, slide down here and make a really awkward jump. Because I bet 9 times out of 10, everyone went to do this at this particular point and then had this happen. Prematurely ending their adventure. Nope, you have to take a big step back and then take a jump. All to get across a tiny little gap, which I find funny. There we go, load. There's the rage quit Lara emote. She's not happy. Let's get a flare so we can actually see. And then health crystals, because PC version. Thank goodness. Okay. So this is the segment that most people here on this particular level, they dread. It's the one where you have to go back and forth and work out in those giant rooms how to fill them full of water and also how to unlock these switches. It's alright, I'm going to show you how it's done. But before that, we've now got to commit murder. So just bear with me for a second. Sorry, I know I'm intruding on public property, but I'm going to have to just do that. Sorry, once again. I'll notify your next of kin. So if we go to this button here. This is the sound effect.
Nice.
Yes. RIP headphone users, sorry about that. That happens there, and it also happens in the South Pacific as well. It's not good. It's not a nice sound, so I do apologize to any headphone users that suddenly were just like, oh!
It is a very bizarre droning sound, you're right.
Oh, posture check, thank you very much. Let's make sure I'm sitting up straight. Let's pick up the Uzi ammo. Someone's just casually left at the bottom of this facility. And thank you for the couple bits there, hi and Jimmy. Thank you. I also missed a follow, didn't I? Dan Viop. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't butcher your name too much. Thank you very much for the follow.
Hi.
Do you know that person?
Time. What did he stream? He streamed Tibet, I think.
Ah, yes, Tibet with the squawking monks of Barkhan Monastery. Excellent. Those monks are funny. You know, it's just who decided that sound was a good idea that they make? They just sound like angry pigeons. Like every time they squat and go, ah, ah, ah. It's like, do monks make those noises? Is that a thing that happens in Tibet?
I'm unsure.
Can you confirm for me, Megan? Next time you go to Tibet.
Confirm or deny.
Can you go up to a monk
Someday.
and just be like, excuse me, can you confirm that this noise is what you make? And if he squawks back at you, you will have your answer.
I feel like there were a lot of creative liberties taken with many sounds.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Okay, here we go.
I'm always impressed with Foley artists, though. They are able to create such interesting noises from everyday objects, or it's impressive how much detail are put into things like modern games, how it's like footsteps on all the different surfaces and stuff like that. I love it.
Feel stronger.
I think one of the most interesting Foley creations was, it was for Lord of the Rings, and it was one of the behind the scenes. They were basically going through the process of how they created the voice sound for Treebeard, one of the Ents, the giant trees. And they constructed this gigantic, like, multifaceted wooden tube, essentially, which had loads of different exits and curves to it. And they got someone to stand on the other end of it, perform their lines, and it sort of produced this really unique echo and reverb to it. It was just like you couldn't get it anywhere else, but it was the fact that it was so intricate, this thing that they designed, all to get that sound effect and not have to do it like too digitally, because you can overdo it sometimes with digital sound effects, I think. But I thought that was quite cool.
I feel stronger now.
Dude, speaking of going over and above, Spider-Man, the Spider-Man games by Insomniac, it's phenomenal that they have basically different voice lines for if Spidey is like walking or swinging. So like the start of a new sentence, if he's swinging, it'll switch to a different clip where he sounds like he's exerting himself more and out of breath. Like every line just was recorded twice. It's amazing. It's so much effort, but it's so cool.
This is the room where they keep Johnny Five from Short Circuit's cousin that wasn't so famous. So this is what he now does for a living. He works in London. He makes sure there are no rats or would-be adventurers going through his tunnels. I think I called him Bobby Six last time. But yeah, this part's interesting because if you walk too close to this guy, it's a one-hit kill. You're dead. And it's very easy to get too comfortable, and with your distance between him and the robot of death, and accidentally get clipped in the head. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that doesn't happen this time.
Godspeed.
Yeah. Let's wait for him to do his rounds. There he goes. He's having a whale of a time. Look at him go. Oh, it's the mouse wheel. It's back, everybody. Scrolly, scrolly, scroll.
I forgot.
It's the Elder Scroll.
Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I was just streaming through some comments to read them.
Ah, cool. Scroll away. Uh-oh. Here he comes. It's your boy.
Yeah, boy.
It's your boy, Bobby Six. Bobby! It does look like something from Robot Wars a bit, doesn't it? Asylum. Elysium, sorry. I said that last time I called you Asylum. Maybe it's because you're a bit mad.
Freudian slip.
Yeah, just a bit. And there we go. Yes, so we make him bump into a circuit fuse box thing, and that opens the switch over there. And now we can turn the lights on. Right, here we go. Just going to quickly save. Save game. And save up here. Yes, saving. Making sure I do it right this time and don't accidentally load. That would be embarrassing again. Orange Junior 36 is asking if there are any updates on the Underworld DLC releases.
They don't have any updates. I promise you, if I have updates, I'm going to share them. Generally speaking, the way to think about it is that if I can talk about something, or if Neha and I can talk about something, we will, because we are just as excited to get information and exciting things out to you guys as you are to hear them. No problem.
Sorry, that
Still
sound
working on
effect
the
is horrible.
Spotify drops.
Cool. Do you have a rough ETA, maybe, as to when that might be happening? I know it's probably impossible for you to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I actually am following up today because we were making some good progress, and I just need to figure out where we're at.
Excellent.
We already made all the album art. I'm so excited. I'm actually sitting here giving feedback on one of the album art pieces right now.
That's quite cool. It's a shame we can't see it.
Why don't I do that right now? I'm going to email them back. What up? What is happening?
Yo, what up?
What
It's your girl Megan.
What is status?
Here. Report back. What is your status?
I have to send myself notes to make sure I do this stuff. It's easy to get distracted while streaming.
Certainly is.
Because I want to watch and focus on the stream. But I have job too.
Gabby Rumeru says lots of love from Argentina.
Oh, Argentina is so lovely. I want to go back someday and go to Patagonia.
I can't say I've ever been to Argentina, actually. I wouldn't mind going at some point. It's one of those places I'd like to go. It's just in this day and age at the moment, especially, is getting the time and the ability to. That's what I'm looking forward to most: the ability to travel and go to foreign countries and have holidays and visits. And like Japan's a big place for us, and we love going there, and we'd love to go back. Oh, quick note.
Yeah.
I didn't, on my first time practicing, completely forget this room completely empties the water in the tank and swan dive into nothing. So, you're welcome. There's a little tidbit from me. Let me just save. Saving game.
I'm trying to think of like once everything opens up again, where I want to go first. I'm trying to think of like, so my places that I really want to go are either Peru, which I've never been, and I would love to actually hike the Inca Trail, or
Nice.
I kind of want to go to Iceland with my family. I've been there before, but I think that they would love it, or Antarctica. And my dad said he's down to go to Antarctica with me.
Oh, cool.
It is quite expensive, though.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Right.
Yeah, and your choices for traveling are either taking a plane, which is canceled a lot because, you know, they can't actually schedule them because of weather. It's very challenging. Or you have to take ship through the Drake's Passage, which is safe now, but incredibly bad for people who have seasickness.
Yeah.
So it's 4 days. It's like 4 days to get between the southern tip of Argentina and Antarctica.
So this is a point which I just want to highlight where you can accidentally soft lock yourself from progressing. So a couple people might have done this when they were coming to the segment. Why does it keep pulling me up? And basically, if you drop down to this ledge here and think to myself, okay, this is where it wants me to go, so I'm now going to jump spectacularly into this pool of water here and get to the rest of the level. That is indeed not the right thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because if you go through here and you go out to the next room, the water level isn't high enough for you to be able to actually reach where you need to go. And that's again something I discovered completely on playing through this again for practice. Because I thought, oh, I could sequence break this and skip a bit of it and make a bit of progress, but no. It's, you come out here and the water's too shallow and you're sad because if you don't have a save to go back on, you can't reach that point. So it's just a little tip there from old Uncle Steve. So let's go back to the last load. What you're actually supposed to do is you're supposed to endure the horrific alarm noise and go this way and press the last button, and then that brings the water back, and then you can progress.
Steve!
What's up, Uncharted? There we go.
Josh 3643, yeah, you can go to New Zealand and then ride a cruise ship to Antarctica. It would be a little easier for me to go through Argentina. I think it's called Ushuaia, is where a lot of the ships take off from. I think it's like the southernmost city. Was it that was from Argentina? Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Thank you very much, by the way, to Grizgars and Little Han for the bits, by the way. I missed that. Grizgars apparently says, I feel I could use that fan sound effect over the Lara four-wheeler command. Fair enough. Yeah, and again, sorry for that sound effect coming back. It is horrible. And yes, I did just magnum those rats. I did use 50 caliber rounds on rodents. You're welcome, America.
You tell me get the Desert Eagle.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it in Texas. Right, so now we can safely and less stylishly go through to the rest of the level. Oh, someone's saying about the soundtracks being on vinyl. That'd be awesome.
Is something I have passed along to our partnership dude. He's very cool. He's the one that explores all that stuff.
Partnership dude.
Dude.
I like that job title.
He gets to do a lot of fun stuff, including merchandise.
Ooh,
So
I
I'm
bet.
always hitting him up like, hi, can we have this? Hi, can we have this? Hi, can you do this?
And he
I
sort of
would
sees
like-
he sees your name come up on his phone. He's just like, oh,
It's
decline.
Slack. He knows
Yeah.
the Slack for me.
I'm busy. Right, here we go. Last part of Thames Wharf. And then I'm going to need to take a quick break to rehydrate. So, Megan, I might have to hand the floor to you for literally just a minute or so whilst I just nip out
No problem.
to the loo.
Bio breaks. What we call them.
So here we are. So recognize this. This is where we were about half an hour ago.
Oh,
when
wow.
I did the level the first time. So now all we do is... Oh, and look at that trippy effect, by the way. If you just point your camera down at the floor, look at the ever-twisting abyss
Ew.
that's so trippy. And of course we're going to swan dive into it because reasons. Okay. Right. Saving. There we go. Right, how many twists do we reckon we can get on the way down? Let's go for 3. Oh, hang on. Helps if the buttons worked. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nearly.
Whoa.
Oh, nearly. But did you see how cool the effect was around her? That was so trippy.
Yeah.
But now, this is where we landed earlier, so we just need to jump up, wherever you are, and then go to the end of the level. Oh, Uncharted Raiders redeemed a stretch, sorry. Oh. Excuse me. I like my Twitch chat. They're always looking after me. They're good peeps. Yes, they are. Hi, and Jimmy, thank you very much for the couple bits. So we're on 11,647, the Winston Freezer Fund there. He's looking rather chill.
Oh, he's making progress.
He is indeed. He's trying to escape, but we keep putting him back in. Excuse me, coming through. There we go, we get to watch this cutscene. Right, 2 seconds.
I love this cutscene. Great. Watch out!
Who are you working for?
What?
You heard me.
I didn't, honest. What did
How
you
is this
say?
poor guy
Said
supposed to
to
hear?
encourage you.
Ah! Miss Sophia Lee!
Who's she? What does she do?
I don't know. Really, I don't. I just shoot people for her.
A commendable work ethic, I guess.
Yeah.
I like how that's supposed to be a good
Puts me
excuse.
out
I
into
just
it.
shoot people
As
for
my
her.
father did and his father did it for.
Well, how old is this Miss Lee?
I don't know. Late 20s? Early 30s?
Right.
Yeah. For some people, like yourself, we get a special bonus.
I am back, I'm sorry.
I mean, I could even be retired.
No worries, we're still
from
enjoying
you.
the cutscene.
Then you might like to mind.
I like the way this guy says Sophia's name. It's Sophia, apparently.
Yeah, I was wondering if I was saying it wrong all this time.
Happy retirement. Dun, 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 dun.
Like how she
Okay.
casually was just leaning up against the wall talking to him.
Yes. Oh. Did I hear someone else?
I think we have a Lori.
Yeah, I thought
Do
I'd
we?
just pop in.
You join
Hello,
at the best level ever. Old Witch. Everyone's favourite. Second to Lud's Gate. Here we are.
Have you
In the
been, Lori, to
underground.
Aldwych? I know some people have in the community. They've gotten one on one of the tours.
Yes, a bit to Aldwych, yes.
They're pretty cool.
Oh, Bubs, I can hear Bubs in the
yeah, it's-
background.
Yeah, you come up, you're like, no, no,
Bubs is clearly happy. Your child is clearly happy to be playing Aldwych as well. Oh no! Bless him.
Mother, why are you leaving me?
So, when Lara comes across homeless people brandishing fire, she likes to do that. That's the best way to deal with them. She just politely says, I have no change to give you, and blows them up. Just like you would do in real life. In the streets of
yikes.
London.
And it's
So let's-
an aristocratic hobby, isn't it?
Yes.
Homeless people.
Blowing up the poor.
In London, that's what they do.
They're all
Chim,
gonna make me
chimney,
look at
chim,
Londoners differently.
Chim chimney, chim chimney. Oh God! Everyone's chimney sweeps in London, just like Mary Poppins. They all
Yes.
talk like Dick Van Dyke. Strike a light.
They all have consumption.
Yes. But do they have a face, mon? Because I
think
don't
most of
even
them-
have a face, mon. Such a classic line. It's one of my favourite lines in any Tomb Raider game because it's just so dumb. Just as this guy angrily brandishing a homemade trident at your face, just yelling, I don't even have a face, man. In some kind of bad Geordie accent. Geordie bordering on Jamaican, I think, at times.
Yeah, it's like you just can't tell. I think he just decides on a whim.
It's
So
sort of
what's a
swings.
Geordie accent specifically?
Geordie accent is a bit like this. It's kind of like Jamaican, but a bit more English. Why, aye, man? That sort of thing.
Is it from a certain part of the UK?
Megan, you've
Yes.
spoken to Peter Connolly, haven't you? He's
Oh, yeah.
Jordan. Yeah, he's Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Full-blown Jord.
Mm.
Yeah. But yes, that was probably a terrible Geordie accent, and if any Geordies watching, I'm
I was
so
kind
sorry.
of like, ooh.
Yikes.
As
Chris
said, he's
Neflin
like
apparently
a-
said he's got an accent like Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. Kind of, I guess,
Oh,
but a bit
man.
more Geordie.
I mean, yeah, you put Peter Connolly and Sebastian from The Little Mermaid together, and you've got his accent.
Is he going to be playing Sebastian in the live-action remake? That'd be amazing.
No, oh, I think I know who it is. It's a guy from Hamilton, like the musical. He played
Oh,
Lafayette.
yes.
I can never
God.
think of his name.
Oh.
David Diggs. David Diggs is going to play Sebastian in the movie.
That's fun.
I'm really looking forward to it. Just
I
so
mean,
you
even
guys know,
climbing
this is
ledges,
not what
she's-
Aldwych looks like.
Yeah, I have no... This, my only
There's
recollection
nothing
of
like
what...
this.
Exactly, I'm basing my entire kind of vision of Aldwych based on this level. I've never been or seen any kind of part of actual real-life Aldwych.
It's much, much smaller. It's really cool though, because it has, like, when you go in, it has a really, really old-fashioned lift, like what they used, I guess, during the war. So it's got that sort of old-timey war feel about it, like with all the signs and everything, and yeah, just like with the old lifts, like that you used to get down there and stuff. But then it's literally just one sort of platform, I think.
Yeah.
And then like with an old train on it, and then like loads of old sort of posters. Like they've still got posters up from like when they filmed Atonement and different things like that. Like really old like,
cool.
war posters and stuff. So yeah,
I've
it's really cool to visit. Really cool
Yeah.
to visit.
Maybe one day convince my wife to be like, hey Sarah, do you want to go on a trip to a spooky abandoned like subway station? She'd be like, no, I want to go to Wagamama's. What are you on
Well,
about?
there's
You
Wagamama's
creep?
near there. I mean, it is,
Oh,
like,
okay, sold then.
it
Fucking
is in,
sold.
like, a city, so
Yeah. I've completely blanked on what I need to do next. That's bad, isn't it?
sorry.
Just- It's fine.
Someone said, "Oh, it's closed. It's not a functioning station. It's basically somewhere where you can go and visit. It's also like a movie set. So obviously, if you want to go,
I've
there
got
when
to get
it's-
into there, haven't I? I've got to get into there, but
Gotta get in there.
oh
Yeah, this
my
level
god.
is confusing. I'm not going to be any
This
help
part is-
helping you figure it out. I'm sorry.
This is like, oh, hang on. Do you know why? It's because it's so dark you can't see the fact that there's a drop there. There we go. Problem sorted.
There you go.
Yeah,
Or
there we
that
go.
has happened to me many times.
There's your friend.
Flares are the answer, except near flammable stuff. It will set fire, and you might die. But yes, if we're going to press this button, and now we are out. Freedom! Yay! And I've remembered...
Apparently there are ghost stories about Old Witch, but I've not actually heard any of them. I think there's like, it's all stuff about like someone died during like the war when it was bombed because it was used as an area.
Yeah, because it was used as a shelter, right?
Yeah, all the stations, basically underground stations in London, were used as air raid shelters. There's a story with Bethnal Green Station in East London, because East London got like the worst of it during the war.
Oh, watch out for the ninja train. Quickly!
Yeah.
Oh, no!
But yeah,
Scary.
with Bethnal Green, there was like a massive panic one day, I think, with the air raid, and like people just like sort of rushed in, and loads of people got crushed and died and stuff. So,
Oh.
Overkill!
yeah.
Ha ha! Oh, brilliant. It's never going to get old. It's the fact that it doesn't even damage Lara, and it's like at point blank range. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, it was just yeah. There's a memorial.
History
at Bethnal
lesson.
Green. Yeah, there's a memorial at Bethnal Green for all the people that died. I think like over 100 people died or something. It was quite awful.
Wow.
But yeah, someone's saying, why was it abandoned? It was abandoned, I think, just because it fell out of use. No one used it anymore because it's right on the Strand and there's a load of stations near it. I think people just stopped using it because it was used obviously for people that were working in that area, but then they had like the less people started using it because they were using other stations and stuff. So
Yeah,
it just
so
fell out
so
of use,
this
really.
this particular part was where I got challenged last night by a rather interesting member of my chat to essentially go through from this point onwards 10 minutes of the level, facing away from the screen, but only looking at the game through a mirror. And it was this segment. And this segment here is the big tunnel bore, where it's like a vertical platforming puzzle, and at the same time you've got this big machine barreling down on you.
I will
trying to
love
kill
if
you.
screw this up when you're actually facing the screen.
Yes, exactly. So I'm waiting, considering I completely, by accident, managed to complete that part. I'm going to completely fudge it now that I can actually see properly, aren't I? So.
Yeah.
Hoi! What you doing here? Oh, God! Right, there we go. He's dead. Oh, someone's saying that they're lamenting that they're 100 channel points short of being able to challenge me. I should have disabled challenges for this. Should have done that.
Ooh, what are they going to challenge you for?
I don't know. Probably some kind of control limitation, or not being able to use my eyes, have to use my ears like Daredevil or something. I don't know. My chow weird, but in a funky
We
weird.
got options.
Right, so here we go. So, let's see how much I bugger this up, shall we? Oh god, someone has challenged. Mirror time again. No! I am not doing the mirror time.
And breathe.
Thank you. There we go. Saving. Saving! I'm not doing that mirror thing again, Uncharted, sorry. Not for this particular stream event.
Take too long.
Saving. Yeah. And also, the first time I did it was a complete fluke. So you just know if I go to try and do it again.
Luck ran out.
Let's turn the volume down on the game a bit. There we go. I missed a secret there. I probably did, but I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for those secrets. I got a grenade launcher. That's all I need. Just lots of ammunition. That's all a grown woman needs. Just lots of boom booms and bullets. Oh, Uncharted Raider's got 50,000 channel points. Lord knows what he's going to spend it on, though.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh,
Saving
Lord
it for this
Jesus.
very moment.
Yep. He's bided his time for so long. Oh.
Right, I need to head out now, guys, because I'm cooking dinner for my family, so I'll probably pop back in later. So.
Oh,
have a good
come
one.
on!
Right.
See you later, Laurie. That wasn't at that. That was at me failing at
Later.
Oh, come on.
platforming. Oh, God's sake, Laurie. How dare you feed your family?
Right,
Here we go.
later.
Later, taters.
Now I'm hungry. I just said later gator. That's hilarious that we say similar things like that. Everybody always teases me for saying later gator.
It's so good to say. Oh, and Cyanjin's clip that saying Steve nails the Tomb Raider 3 London tunnel boss sequence in one try. I think that's the clip of me doing it by accident with the mirror and me facing backwards. So if you want to watch that, be my guest. It's quite the spectacle. Oh yeah, death counter, sorry. I think I've died a couple more times. Let's put another one there. Clapperboard. There we go. So we've gone from intense scrolling to clicking ASMR now on the stream.
I'm glad I can provide an additional soundscape.
No, it's good. I like to have a variety of sounds for my viewers to enjoy. There we go. That's what I should have done the first time. There we go. Clickety-click. Let's just see if the chat can guess what you're looking at. So what is Megan
You
looking at on
won't
her computer?
guess.
No, we probably won't. But it's fun to have a go. Oh, Lara's shooting up my screen. Why did I let go of that? I was looking at the chat. No. Oh, yeah. Load up again. That's what happens when I get distracted. I let go of buttons, apparently. Yes, indeed, the drunk Lara emote is quite appropriate for that. Thank you. Another dead. Yes, indeed.
Oh, my Twitch just stopped for a minute. What was the drunk Lara emote? I want to see it.
Oh, someone want to put that in the chat? Anyone got an...
To refresh Twitch quick. There we go.
I think you're a mod, so you should be able to type it in yourself, actually. I think you bypass the cooldown and stuff.
Exclamation mark drunk?
Yeah, that's the one. There's like a 30-second cooldown between each use, so it might be worth just waiting a few seconds before you can use another one. Just to stop spam and all that kind of sort of stuff. Right, I'm saving at this point because I don't trust myself more than anything else. Here we go. Saving. Oh, apparently drunk Lara is not wanting to make an appearance. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there she is.
Oh, my Twitch keeps clipping out.
Is everyone else good, by the way? Is the stream cutting out for anyone else?
Nah, I think
Or
it's
is it
me.
all good?
I'm trying. I've got too much going on one at one time on my
I'm
computer.
just too much multitasking there.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Busy, busy, busy. Stream's good, apparently.
Well, I'm
according
pretending to be, but I'm mostly watching the stream.
It's a busman's holiday for you. Working whilst not working.
Like a early Friday. So what do we think the timing is going to be on this game? I feel like we made some pretty good time on the first two games, but this one's longer for sure.
Definitely. I mean, the big chunk of it's probably going to be made up by this segment, so that's why I'm very conscious about being good at it. So, hopefully, it shouldn't be too much longer. Now, this is the point where a lot of people probably playing for the first time are just like, oh, thank God I don't have to do that segment again. Oh, no. You have to go back.
Uh-oh.
So we're now going to be going back because that drill thing actually holds a secret key item which we need to progress. So we go back to the same room and we're able to walk on top of the big drill thingy. And we can pick up a key. And so it's an item you won't even know that you need to try and find unless you somehow find the room it's used in later, which is like some kind of Freemasons secret hideout type place. So, yeah. It's interesting. Does a lot of interesting things. Does our old witch?
What do we think are in all these crates with the logo on it? The Eldritch logo or the Underground logo?
I don't know. Anyone
would be
else
in
in the
there?
chat want to? Train bits.
Let's world
I don't-
build.
Let's world build. Yes, let's do that. I for some reason went with train bits as my answer. That's
Train
That's
bits. Train bits and
Bit-
bobs.
bits of train. Oh, come on, Steve. There we go.
Sophia's discarded cosmetics. Okay. Chocolate biscuits and PG tips. Oh, now I want Jaffa cakes. Biscuits reminded me of that.
Good old Jaffa cakes. Do you know what? I haven't actually had a Jaffa cake in a long time, you know? I don't tend to go out of my way to buy them. It's normally one of those things that if you're ever at a party or at someone's house, they tend to have them, so you just help yourself. But I've never gone out of my way to buy some, like recently at least.
Oh, we can't get the branded Jaffa cakes here, but my husband recently bought Pims. And those are dangerous. They basically taste the same, but man, I think we ate like
What are
4
they called?
cartons in a weekend. Pims? P-I-M-S?
Pims? As in the drink? Because we got a drink over
It's
here,
sort
it's
of-
called
yeah.
Pims.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe it's the same company or something, but yeah, just Pims. They're so tasty.
Okay. That's the first I've heard of that. Because Pims for us is like I can't even, how do I describe it? It's kind of like if someone made a fruit salad alcoholic and put it in a glass. It's kind of, it's very nice. It's actually, I'm kind of underselling it. It's really nice, but yeah, that's the brand of that. It's called Pims. And they got this whole advertising slogan saying it's Pims o'clock, which is kind of like when you go out in the summer and you have a Pims and feel good about yourself. And yeah,
Someone's saying British sangria. Okay.
kind of, yeah. I guess that's one way of putting it. Jake Curran Pipe. Almost said curry pipe then. Jake the curry pipe. Oh, there goes Lara, looking very happy on her little tiny Jeep. She just looks so happy. Wee, look at her go. Oh, hang on.
Would you be
Excuse me, miss, you want to
having
buy
one
an
of
issue
those
of the big
giant
issue?
Power wheels.
And then they died.
It's so devastating to watch.
It is a bit.
One moment
Imagine
they
if-
existed.
Imagine the
next
Lion
segment.
King with grenade launchers. That's
Thanks.
basically that.
How would they wield it without thumbs? I guess it would have to be Rafiki.
I guess they would, yes. Or have them strapped to the
Yeah.
side of them and they just
You have
twitch
to
in it.
do all the work.
Thank you for the sound clip there. Hi, Anshimi. Do. Right, this button, what does this button do again? That's right. So there's a ticket booth that you have to get through, but in order to get the ticket, you have to get a coin. And the coin we need has now just appeared over here, which you wouldn't know about unless you know to look for it. Because does this look like a coin machine to you? What does those look like? Clock faces with hats on, don't they? They look
Yeah.
really weird. But that's a coin that is
Very
just spat
bizarre.
out on the floor, and you now need to rub the
a
coin up
plate.
against one of. It does, isn't it? It's like a disc, isn't it? Oh, thank you very much there for the subscription there, Bender Waffles. I know that name.
I feel
Mr.
strong
Bender
now.
Waffles. But you now need to rub that coin up against one of the completely unusable looking ticket machines, and it will give you a ticket. And then you can get to the rest of the level. But there's no like visual marker as to say which one works, so you've just kind of got to just do it on all of them, and then it eventually spits out a ticket. But the other twist to the knife of this is that you can easily miss the ticket dropping and being on the floor to pick up, because it literally shows for about half a second on a cut, like a camera cutaway. And if you accidentally skip it, you could go for the rest of the level not knowing that that's there, which is what I did on my first playthrough. Yeah, so that camera shot there, and because the ticket's the same color as the floor,
Yeah, that's easy to
It's-
miss.
I've got
It's very
balls
easy
of
to miss.
steel.
someone redeemed the Crash Bandicoot one. Oh god. The one where he just flies at the screen and explodes. So we have a ticket. We have our golden ticket to go to Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory. So now we're going to go all the way and use those keys that we've just picked up. Oh, thanks, Keanu. Big issue. Not today. Not today. Oh, no. Stand still. There we go. Don't mind me,
A
just
rat or a
helping
dog?
clear the
I feel like I
the
can't even tell.
No, just help clear the London streets.
Who's Amanda?
Oh damn. Okay, we'll just wait for the train to go past. Oh no, I don't want to blow myself up. No, use the
Scary.
use the button, Lara, for goodness sake. There we go. It's a good job she can't get killed by her own shells. Yes.
Yeah, friendly fire turned off.
To quote Indiana Jones, no ticket. No ticket. So here we go. So we're now going to work out the correct sequence of buttons to get into this place, and each time I do it, I just press all the buttons until something happens, and I've kind of vaguely memorized a rough sequence of how it's pressed, but most of the time I just guess. So, and this shouldn't be too long. CyEngine says that Lara's explosion-proof. She is very much a Kevlar woman. The bomb-proof lady. Who don't need no man. Right, now we press this one again. Splosion Lara, yeah. If Splosion Man and Tomb Raider ever have a crossover, that'd be hysterical. Oh, hang on. I think I've shut myself off. Yes, I have. CJ Blackthorn says that this segment is awful. Who thought this was a good idea? I don't know. Core design, maybe? At the time? You know, when the rental market for video games was still a thing, then they thought, do you know what would be great? We'd make these sections of the game intentionally, like, arduous and complicated in order to drive up sales for Blockbuster and stuff. Because you just know it's going to happen. Like, guides and stuff were probably huge for this game. Like, people getting stuck and wanting to buy guides. They're basically supplying the demand, in a way. A lot of games did that.
I used to just always read game facts.
Yeah, game FAQs or any kind of, like, guides. There's the Uzis.
They'd have, like, the beautiful, like, images that they made out of text characters at the top.
Yeah, that's right. I've still got some of my guides. Like, some of the walkthrough guides and stuff, like, they've got some really cool artwork in them. They've actually looked like they've got some effort put into them. No, I'm missing a key, aren't I? Where's the second key? Oh, I know where it is. Okay, I'm going to backtrack just a smidge. Just a smidge. But it's fine. We've sussed this place out, so it's all good. Or Stella's guides. Yes, the Stella Fairy and her infinite wisdom. Because her guides have been so helpful for not just this game, but for pretty much any Tomb Raider game I've played so far. And the save file, which I've actually used to get to myself to London, of all the stuff that I'm using, is actually from her site. It's a very useful place. Very useful resource. Apparently Uncharted Raider, he got a Tomb Raider 2 VHS guide. Wow.
Yeah, I have that too.
Do you actually?
I forgot that I actually bought a VHS player to try to convert some stuff. I need to watch it. I'm sure it's hilarious.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. That'd be something you could put on the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have to figure out if legally I can. I just have to check into that stuff. It's different.
Legal's such a...
the brand. You have to make sure you have the rights to upload things.
Yeah, I don't envy you in the legal department. It must be an absolute minefield to navigate stuff like that. Like, who owns what still goes licensed to where, and yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I know, and there's like, if there was a person in it, like if this video has a host, which is totally a thing that has happened in the past, like, did their contract extend for only a couple of years? Can I upload something with them? Because their talent contract has expired. It's like, oh man, it's a lot to learn.
I didn't even consider that, you know. I always just assumed that once it's committed to film, that's it. That's what I pretty much assumed with that sort of thing.
That's not always true.
No.
So like a lot of the cool PlayStation commercials have people in them. And so trying to figure out if we can upload those, it's a whole thing, turns out.
Because you got all those PlayStation commercials and stuff for like the old school Lara games where they are like for cars and stuff like that, all the car commercial Lara Croft adverts and stuff. They're quite interesting things to watch.
I love those. I have
They're
all
so
of them in like
crazy,
really
aren't
good
they?
resolution.
Oh,
Working on
really?
it.
Ah, I'd love to see those in high definition.
I said HD when I was talking to my the video team, and they're like, "Well, as HD as it could be for the time." What I mean is, they look really good for the time. They're like the best quality versions I've seen so far.
Yeah, because there's this one particular
For
one which
the
makes me
time.
chuckle. Yeah, where she sort of drives up in front of some surfer dudes, and like some of the animations and stuff for those is just like, yeah, it's not aged well. But the ones that make me chuckle the most are the ones that are from Germany. And there's this one where she's being interviewed in front of a big wall of screens or something, and some of the freeze frames you can get of Lara's face from those commercials are just astronomically funny, because they just make her look so dirty.
She like punches the camera at the end.
I think so.
Like.
Oh, well, his dog's dead.
And there's
I
the
didn't mean to
wedding
shoot the
dress
dog.
one.
Yeah, it was for a Tomb Raider 2 one, and it was in German, and it was advertising Tomb Raider 2 coming out, and it was like a sort of fake press conference type scenario. But for some reason, the animation department or whoever was in charge of like using the 3D model and animating her face decided to do some really strange things with it. And if anyone's seen it before, will know it's interesting to say the least. So if you had anything like that in high definition in the archives, just a bit, yeah, just a bit. She pulls a face that's kind of like something from a Nickelodeon cartoon show, like Hey Arnold or something. It's very strange. My favorite Tomb Raider 3 level is Crash Site because I can bust out an MP5 and become Tropic Thunder. Or what about the bit in that level where you can basically bust out on a rocket turret and blast the heck out of some velociraptors? That's fun.
I love that there's just always a reason to have dinosaurs.
Oh, completely. I kind of miss that sort of element of the games, having that sort of like, that sort of running gag.
Random dinosaurs.
Yeah, man, I just love it. I just love the fact that they went full ham on that type of the side of the experience. It sort of has like a lot of charm to it, very kind of like winky, noddy, tongue-in-cheek type vibes to it. Oh, hang on. Turn around, please. Thank you. No. Oh, this segment is a pain, because if you don't get your route and sprints 100% dead on, you miss the door and get pushed out. It's a pain, but it's fine. I am expert, apparently.
I was never great at time challenges, I'll admit.
Oh, there goes Lara. She's breaking into Area 51. There we go. So go into this one first, press this button to open a hatch on the other one, which we access by pressing the same button we've just done. And then once we've done that, we can go to the third one, which then allows us to get the extra key that we're missing. And just use a flare because it is a bit dark. Hey, thank you for the couple bits there, Hi and Shimi. Oh, someone's got a stretch redemption. Hold on. God, I can hear my elbows clicking. Oh, lovely. And hydrate and posture check. Thank you. Hydrate. I am sitting comfortably. Thank you. We shall resume.
I love that.
Sorry, Megan.
Checking in on you is so great.
Yeah. It's not all just trolling
So
me.
wholesome.
It's one part's wholesome and other parts trolling me completely, is basically what my streams end up being. Okay, cool. Oh, balls. I'm not meant to be here yet. I went into the wrong one.
Oops.
Never mind, it's fine, because we can loop back. Try again. Thank goodness. Oh, Terranetta wants my light colour to be puke green, like the mould on the London walls. Ooh, lovely. Let's see if we can meet that that particular need. I don't think puke green's in my arsenal. I've got green. I've got a green. There we go. That'll do, I think. Thank you very much, Terranetta. Oh, lovely stuff. And thank you for the bits there, Orange. Orange Wednesdays. Right. Wait, hang on. I've just pressed the wrong button again, haven't I? Womp womp. Womp womp womp. There we go. That's the right button, Crunk. Oh, come on, get through there. Thank you. Don't get stuck on a wall, for God's sake. Right, so now we're here. We can climb up.
No.
And press another button. CJ Blackform says Aldwych is filled with too much nope. That's Ludsgate's territory. That's where he Ludsgate comes in and is just like, ha, that's
No.
cute. You want to see some proper nope? I've got your nope right here.
Yeah, Ludsgate's a little terrifying.
Ludsgate is a game
Generally
that
speaking,
takes...
I would not go into any body of water and like swim into something that I couldn't see the end of. Like the amount of times that Lara goes into a tunnel and she doesn't know how far out it is. No.
Oh, completely, yeah. And also the fact that it's the longest level, I think, in all the classic Tomb Raider games, because in game time it can take you an hour, but obviously in real time it can take you longer than that to just do one level. And there are two ways to do it. You can do it the easy way, which cuts out a large chunk of the level by not getting the embalming fluid, but we're going to be doing it the long way, which is going to get the Egyptian... Why did it not grab? Why did it not grab the Egyptian milk and giving it back to them so we can go to the rest of the level? That's annoying when that happens. Whenever you have a flare, it sometimes can cancel out other animations like grabbing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun. I mean, the part where you break into the museum and murder the staff that are just doing their job is quite fun. But, yeah, the labyrinth where you swim around and can get easily caught on the edges with the dinghy thing, submersible, that's a bit trying on the patience side of things, especially if you don't know where to go.
Underwater
There's a lot of...
propulsion unit thing?
Yes. I don't know if it has a proper name. Probably does. It's probably Bob.
That's what I call it. Everything is Bob.
Everything is a Bob, yes. Hey, thank you very much for the 245 bits. Take my last of my bits. I forgot to give you those when I gave you the 3001. Thank you, Uncharted. Much appreciated. Let me just save before I lose my sanity. Sav Gam. Right, let's return now to the Freemasons place. Oh, sorry. Spare any change, Governor? No. But do you take explosives? So now we're going to go to the Freemasons layer and then use the extra key and get the hammer with the most interesting use I think I've seen in a game to use a hammer for. A very ornate looking hammer, at least. And you'll see why in just a moment.
You know, their leader is pretty forgiving of the fact that you blew up most of his people.
Yeah, and the
on.
fact that he helps you afterwards and is just treated as if that nothing ever happened. Like, yes, you killed half of my people who have been living here in hiding because of Sophia Lee's experiments, but yeah, sure. You're going to take her down, right? We're best buds now. Okay, cool. Good talk. So here we go.
So Chris in chat, yeah, we are trying to get the Tomb Raider OSTs onto Spotify and so on. It's, again, legal, long process, looking at old contracts from 25 years ago and stuff, but we are, you know, we're in the process of trying to do that.
Yeah, we really appreciate that you guys are like trying with this stuff, because this stuff is very exciting to see, and I must imagine it being very headache inducing to try and get sorted.
I feel bad because it seems like it's a little easier than it is, but you know, because we're a big company and we need to do things the right way, just things are generally slow, but we're in the process of trying to do a bunch of things, and it's just they will roll out slowly.
Yeah, and like I think the community, including myself, are going to be looking forward to sort of reveals of when we're able to hear about those sort of things, because it sounds like you've got some fairly exciting things in the pipeline from what you've hinted at least. But obviously,
we're definitely definitely trying.
Yes, the details are tantalizingly dangling in front of us, yet to be properly revealed. But yes, so thank you. Like, we just got to say thank you to you, Nehar, and everyone else in the team who are working to get the stuff out to us. And I died.
All of you
So
guys
there
are
we
worth
go.
it. We Nehan, I want nothing more than to get you guys excited and to make Tomb Raider stuff more accessible and to uncover new things. You know, we have fun doing it, and we really want to get them out to you guys.
And we look
No
forward
news
to
on the
when that
Netflix
happens.
show yet.
Oh no, boo.
Yeah, I'm just as excited as you guys are. Netflix has such good animated shows. The Castlevania show is amazing.
Yes, it is. And the trailer for season 4 dropped yesterday. I've not watched that yet.
Oh, it did?
Yes. I'm
Sometimes
so
I don't
excited
watch
for that.
trailers for things that I know I'm gonna watch. I just played Last of Us a couple weeks ago Last of Us 2 a couple weeks ago while I took a week off, and I'd not watched anything about it. Anything. Because I was like, of course I'm gonna play it. Why do I need to watch anything? And I was really glad that I went in completely blind to that game because it was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not in a rush to play The Last of Us, only because there is so much surrounding The Last of Us. That's basically just kind of like everyone overhyping it to a degree to say like, oh, it's the best game ever, and it's such a deep narrative, and it might well be a very good story. I don't know. I've got other stuff that I want to get to first before playing that, and I'll probably play it in my own time. I'm not normally the type of person that gets swept up in the hype surrounding that sort of stuff or any stuff like that. So I just sort of, when it all dies down properly, I'll probably give it a chance. And also when it's cheaper and I can afford it. So there's that too. So, but yeah, no, I've seen some very good things about it. But sorry, you go ahead.
It's an excellent game. I couldn't binge it because it's dark. Like it's a heavy game, and it's like I have to be in a mood to play a game like that, you know?
Oh, thank you very much to Uncharted Raider for the gift sub to Megan Marie. So welcome to the War Clan, Megan Marie. Full access to them, to the emotes and the macho broccoli stuff. Oh, hang on. Excuse me. We don't like to put a healthy dog down. Is that the Jeep again? Yeah, I hear the Jeep. Look at her go. She's so happy. Right, cool. So now we have the hammer, the lame Mjolnir. We can go to the place to use it. And I'm not just pointlessly bashing a hammer for the sake of it. When you see how it's used, you will agree with me that it's kind of lame. Thor has Mjolnir, and I think I called this hammer Mjolnir because it is just kind of a bit of a letdown. So it just makes you go, oh dear. Where are we? So here we go. Smooth this up a bit. Is there a Janice emote? No, I haven't got one, but I know that Tomb of Ash has Janice stuff on his streams. He's very much into Janice. Outrage, says Chris. This is an outrage. Oh, thank you very much there for the 5 bits from Moon Spirit. It's Noon from Texas. Yeehaw. Hope you're doing okay, bud. Ash is Janice. Well, basically, he is, yes.
Who isn't? We're all a little bit Janice.
There's a Janice in all of us. Sometimes you have to pay. Right, so there should be a rat. There should be a rat somewhere, but we can use the ticket, which we got from earlier, from our Wonka chocolate bar. Because I got a golden ticket. And now we can get through to the rest of this abandoned, dilapidated, lovely place. Which apparently I can't walk through, because reasons. Camera, please. There we go.
And that was a short ceiling.
Yeah.
Like anybody, even a hair taller than Lara, would have been hitting their head.
Yeah, just a bit.
Sometimes scale is a little questionable.
I think there's a rat behind me. Yes, there is. Bang! And the rat is gone. And so's that person. Thank you, Eastern Demo, for the 6 pride bits. Thank you. And there's drunk Clara again. She's enjoying her gap year on Yamatai. Right, okay, so this is where we get to use Mjolnir. If I just save.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir, because you go up to this and you think, oh, okay, this is locked up with a quite beefy looking system. Let's use the hammer on it and she's going to do a smash attack to sort of bust it open. Nope. She just kind of pushes it. And that's that. That's the hammer. That's how it's used. No pomp or ceremony at all. Just literally she uses it like every other item. And it's quite
A little
funny.
anticlimactic.
Just a little bit, yeah. Cool, so we're near the end of this level, thank goodness. Oh, hang on, sorry. Excuse me, do you have a mint? Perhaps some banaka? And now we've got to, hang on. Oh yeah, oh wait, there's a dog, sorry.
Puppy.
Puppy! Push! So this is the dude that we can sneak up on. Because apparently, if memory serves me right, stealth in this game is essentially just walking. Because even though you can hear your footsteps, enemies can't. And I learned that through Chronicles, trying to spend like minutes upon minutes sneaking up on the chef in the submarine level. Trying all sorts of things. Like crawling didn't work, but for some reason casually walking like this, enemies don't notice you. So you can just be like, sneak up slowly, slowly.
Sneak level 1000.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. And there he goes. Lara Croft helping the poor. Meet God. So here we go. We should be able... We've got to get into that train. And I believe... we just fall down this ear gap. Fall down this ear gap. Roll through ear. And there should be a hatch that's open. Yeah, here we go. Progress! Progress, everybody! And through the power of trains, we can now move this by violently shaking it. Oh, that was quick. And that opens this hatch. And then we're in the dam's lair. And which literally the last few screens of the game of this particular level. And then we're into Lud's Gate. And the best line in the game is coming up. Yes, burner. CJ Blackthorn's like, that's not how trains work. Shut up, have you seen a train? That's how they do in England. You train hater. It's just so casual. Okay,
I've always
so
been
here
a
we
big
go.
fan of the tube in London, so yeah, this is quite a different experience playing this.
Yeah, very much so. It's a lot emptier than the actual tube in London. A lot less crowded. Oh, here we go.
Ouch!
She somehow doesn't break anything from that fall.
Dude, that would hurt so much.
That would.
You unsavory little c***.
The face mon intensifies. Yes, here we go.
So, you must be after Miss Lee then.
Business, not pleasure.
Though obviously not for revenge, man. You've hardly got the face for that.
And
Fierce.
you have?
How moronic a question is that, eh? I don't even have a face, man.
I don't even have a face, man. It's so great, isn't it?
Job.
Love it.
Pure gold.
Good wage. Accommodation with it. Aye. Locked in a float.
I like the fact that these hideous, deformed people that are down in forced to live in the underground have got their own clothing line.
Or flesh, man.
They've all got t-shirts with the damned and stuff written on the back of it, which I find quite funny.
Some kind of third experiment.
Say what you want about these people, but at least their branding is on point.
Aye. And for added insult, when I tried to take my own
And this is kind of where, like, last night when I was doing
It's very
practice and we got to
grunge.
this point,
Sophia's testing
we were
some
sort of
of
just snowballing into, like, Fairspon and what it could be mean for different things. I think someone said, like, Fairspon sounds like a Facebook sort of substitute, like a social media.
for herself.
And you could be like, I don't even have you on Fairspon.
You can't be
Or
any
like
more shit
Pokemon
than
or
what she
Digimon
is.
became Fairspon.
I'm gonna go out of me way.
Yeah.
Fairspon.
That is.
Very
Oh,
scary
God.
little
Done something
Pokemon.
for here, like.
Yeah, just a bit.
What do you want?
Oh,
Bottle of
stretch.
that mummy preservation stuff from the natural
Mummy
history-
preservation
Farming fluid.
Aye.
for me
Rotten
face.
flesh, you can't whack it, man. The museum's pretty interesting. Just I'm told you'll like it.
So why don't you go yourself?
One of them Egyptian lassies there is a bit pissed off, like that she didn't get immortality the way she wanted it. And seeing as we've done better,
Egyptian lassies.
Yeah.
can't imagine what curse we could get given any worse than what we've got already. Like,
Oh. So we have a challenge from Terranetta. Pistols only for 15 minutes, and every time you kill someone, you got to say a quote ending in fierce mon. God. Right, okay. Let's set the timer up for that then, shall we?
You can do it.
15 whole minutons. Oh, I don't doubt that. Let's see what we can do. 15 fierce mons. Fierce minutes, and just to sort of prove... The time has started. Pistols only, people. And fierce mon. Let's see what we can do. Let me just save.
Hey, I love the loading screens in TR3. They're so good. I like that
They
they
are
have
pretty-
like the little map icon and all of that. It's so cool.
I do like that little flourish. I also really like the radial menu with the
yeah.
like the passport and stuff. I miss that. I really kind of much prefer that to the one that they had with the Last Revelation onwards. I mean, it's more functional, I guess, in the older ones, but in the newer ones, I should say. But I don't know, the 1, 2, 3 radial menu. I don't know. I have a soft spot for it, I guess.
They got more complicated. The games got more complicated. They needed more, the menus to be more complicated too. But yeah, I love the ring menu. It's so cool.
Hopefully they bring it back in some way. That'd be awesome. Right. This long climb, which I believe, not as long as the ladder climb from Snake Eater, but I did try to get a whole verse of Snake Eater in on last night's stream before getting to the top. I just about managed to get to the chorus. I think. What a thrill, Everyone in the chat is going to be doing the same now. Snake Eater. I'm still in a dream. Fierce Eater. Oh, off she goes. Speediest of all speedy ladders. So we're going to end
Here we
our
go. Sneaking.
sneaky time. Sneaking into the London History Museum.
If I remember correctly, in Angel of Darkness, you can at least trank the Louvre guards, right?
You can, although it takes a
She's
decade
like
for them
straight
to
up killing
actually...
these ones.
Yeah. Looks like that man didn't have a fierce man. There we go, there's one. And I can hear someone by the door, which I'm going to open in a second. Can hear him frantically running up against the door to try and kill me. You can also taser them, yes, you can. See, look at him. He's trying his best, but he's not succeeding. He's flickering through space and time, very angrily to try and kill me. There we go. I think I shot him in the fierce man. There we go. It's another one.
Someone keeping count?
Here we go. I've got 2 fierce ones. I'm not doing a separate counter for it, sadly, but I'm sure the chat can keep
I'm sure
count.
chat can.
Yeah, exactly. Great minds to think alike.
who's Amanda?
I don't know. Who is Amanda? It's the great mystery that's never been solved. Who's Amanda? Winston can keep count, yes. If he wasn't frozen to death. He's still in the freezer. Mad props to everyone for keeping him in the freezer today. Okay. Let's back myself out again. Crystal Dynamics used the speedrun one. That's awesome. Right, so now we've moved a bit of rock. We've got to climb up to another bit of rock and push another lever. We were sort of saying the other day about this segment how like awesome it would be if the National History Museum actually had interactive exhibits like this on this sort of scale. How mad would that be?
That would be pretty incredible.
Because that's kind of what this is implying. It's kind of implying that this is an exhibit like that you can go around and interact with. But just thinking, like, logistically, that would be a bit of a nightmare. But at the same time, it'd just be hella fun, especially if you're a kid. Not very wheelchair accessible. That's a very good point there, Posh Mike.
Well, I mean, the Natural History Museum's not going to have this much Egyptian stuff to begin with, right? Because this is more in line with the British Museum.
Hmm.
That's the theory. No, actually, I did ask them about it, and they confirmed.
That's just a theory. A game theory. Right, so. Just gonna hoist myself up there. Thank you very much for the bits there, Hi and Chimi and Moon Spirit. Stay frosty, Winston. Oh, someone said apparently this is better than Egyptian Adventure. It's certainly safer than Egyptian Adventure. Egyptian Adventure is like if health and safety never existed, but in a theme park. That's basically what that is. Someone says we are Croft is saying, are we going to get an unboxing video for the Lost Valley statue? That thing, which I wish I could afford. God bless it. It looks so
That'd be
awesome.
cool. Forget when it comes out. I think it's out in October-ish, right? If we're back in the studio by then, I will totally do an unboxing. I don't think my house would be too good for an unboxing. I don't have like a super great camera setup or anything.
The one you're doing the webcam stuff on when we were chatting looked like it was quite good quality.
It's okay, but it'd be tough to like move around and record outside of my desk for an unboxing. That statue is massive, and the box for the other Weta statue is like the other one. It takes 2 people to carry. The box is so big, so this one I think it's going to take like 3 people to move.
Holy fuck! That sounds massive. Isn't it the size of a small child? Essentially.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, the box for the one that's about a third or maybe half the size was like a 2-person box to carry.
That's the thing. Like, I'd love that sort of thing, but where would I put it?
Yeah. Weta takes packaging very seriously, so like everything is super protected and every little bit is packaged perfectly and all of that.
Well, with the amount that you pay for it, I should bloody hope so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just happy they have a payment plan.
Well, yeah.
If I pay in payments, then it's like, oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, it is still.
There we go. So this is the part of the level where you can choose to completely forego the embalming fluid, which happens to be on that ledge across from us. Which means that you drop down that hole there and you just arrive at the stealth section. Well, stealth section. Or you can do what we're going to do and essentially just jump to that ledge, but it means you've got a little bit of extra to go, but you get some extra goodies. Which is what we're going to do.
What's that funk coming off the... Oh, it's gone now. Coming off the sarcophaguses. Sarcophagi? Is that plural? I don't know.
There might have been from the Lara emoji that we just played, because she has smoke coming out from the back of her feet. It sort of kicks up and stuff. Is that what you meant, possibly?
Might have been.
Yes, so this is embalming fluids, which looks like a giant syringe full of wee.
Dagger?
So we're gonna we're gonna give the giant wee dagger to the King of the Damned so he can have a face man. And do the rest of the level. How tall is the Weta statue? I don't know. I'm guessing it's the size of a small toddler. I'm guessing. Megan can probably tell you. She has science on her side.
Yeah, let me look up the actual dimensions of it. Usually they just give this scale, and it's like, well, people are different sizes, so human scale, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, sorry, I got to do it. My challenge. He no longer has a face, man. There you go, Terranetta. There's another one. Blue, please, says Uncharted. Okay. Blue lights it is. Let's get my light software up. It's all on an app on my phone, so bear with me. Blue. There we go. Lovely stuff.
So it's
Thank you, Uncharted.
2.5 feet tall. 2.5 feet, it's 31 inches tall.
Holy shit.
It's almost 30 pounds.
Sorry, let me just fight this guy with acrobatics in a very enclosed claustrophobic room. So I can repeatedly shoot him in the fierce man. Hey, there we go. Another one there for you. Right. I'm going to save at this point because when I did practice last time, I accidentally fudged it up, so I ended up missing the ledge that I was meant to grab and falling straight to the floor. So let's just save. Just do a quick safety save. That's quite a size exchange for a kidney, says Chris Nephilim. Well, it's a good job we have a spare. Okay. This is such a long level in hindsight. This really is. And this is only the beginning part. Still got the underwater labyrinth. And we've still got the elevator shafts. And then afterwards, we've got to fight Miss Laboratoire Garnier for control of the staff of it, whatever it was. And get that off of her. And we do that by electrocuting her, don't we? Because apparently immortality is negated instantly by a very strong power current. Which I find quite funny.
Mortals usually have some sort of very strange Achilles heel.
Yeah, like in her case, it's like electricity. But yeah, it's just, yeah, typical. Andy Sandham apparently really wanted us to suffer. Andy Sandham from Core Design. Yes. He was apparently having an off day, maybe, when he created this segment.
I'm going to try to get him for the TR4 interview, so I'll give him your regards.
Ha! Yeah, sure. Just personally sign it from me when I say, it's like, by the way, these London levels, what the hell were you thinking? Much love, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't think of a good face mun once. I'm just going to say fierce mun. That was terrible. I literally just blanked and I couldn't think of a one-liner to lead into fierce mun. I'm sorry, Terranetta. I'm sorry. I've let you down, let your family down, I let your hamster down. But most importantly, I've let Gardener Dado down. I just can't live with myself now. You need to save a fierce man. Okay, I will save fierce man in just a second.
Oh my god, I will never get tired of that rage quit.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, it looks so good on classic Laura. The like super classic throwback Laura.
I've got another one of her opening a pizza box and eating pizza,
That one's funny
which is
too.
it's quite funny. But I just like the fact that like I sort of every day I log onto the store and see what's new to sort of go for. But I've found a way to sort of like record the screen and key them out so I can use them for stuff like this. Hence why all those like the crab dance and stuff came from that. And I don't know if you saw the Hump Day, Happy Hump
the banjo
Day
one.
Yes. So that was done from that as well. I've got one of her eating popcorn as well. This is a gigantic bucket of popcorn.
Gangnam Style is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Like
any of the
one.
dancers really, to be fair, are quite funny on Lara. When it's Angel of Darkness month, we need to celebrate the national anthem of Tomb Raider, the Angel of Darkness song. Is that by Norsk Chick, by any chance? I have a feeling it might be. Terranetta says, Andy was also story writer for TR4, so it'd be great to have some questions about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, definitely. Do a call for questions for sure.
Hello, caller. You're on line 1. Yeah, Andy. Do you have a fierce man? Okay, we're going to go to call number 2. Right. Come on, climb. Thank you. And drop. And drop. And now we're back at the dam's hideout. Hooray. Everyone's favourite place. I have to resist the urge to blow them up. Must resist.
It's kind of like industrial chic, like
Oh.
kind of cool looking.
It is kind of cool looking. In a very murky, mouldy kind of way.
He's got
But
like
now
that
we've-
red velvet couch.
That's actually made out of the back of a London taxi. Which I thought was quite a nice touch. See what I mean? It's
Oh,
back
it
of a London.
is.
Yeah, back of a London cab that he's fashioned into a throne couch thing.
That's awesome.
Civ. Right, so the challenge is over. I no longer have to kill people and say fierce mon. Oh, here's your reward, by the way, getting dropped into water. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Good to know. And you get this little thing as well. Come on. Come on. Slowly does it. There we go. Whee. This thing's cool and all, but it gets stuck so easily on the walls when it's like really tight spaces.
Hmm.
Also, I like how Lara's ponytail goes instantly like bolt upright when she's underwater like that. Like it's some kind of sail.
It is.
Oh, no. Wrong button. There we go. Yeah, so if you'd taken the shortcut, you would have actually dropped down here. And this is where you would have ended up. So that's all you skip, basically, if you don't get the embalming fluid. I'm pretty sure. Chris Nephilim says that her ponytail is excited to be in water. Yes, maybe. Very excited. Clearly. I love water. Okay, so we're going to pull this lever quickly. Shuffle around. Get a flare out because you can't see. And then emerge. And this is the part that everyone hates because it's like a sort of stealth section, but not really. Because you still have to kill one of the guards to get a key off of him.
Hmm.
But that weird-looking scuba diver dude is a mood.
They still called frogmen. Are they called that in tier 2?
I think so. I just call
Did I
them
make that
scuba
up?
guys, I guess. Right. I'm sorry about the darkness, everybody. Not the band, I mean the actual general lack of light. Right, saving! You can actually do this segment without alerting anybody, apart from like the last person at the end. But there is a secret you can get with some deagle ammo. Thank you very much. And then I'm just going to come up for ear. Get some air. There we go. And there's a lever down here, which opens a hatch, which is where you need to go to proceed. If you get caught, you can't get the final secret of the level, and I hate it, apparently, says CJ. Fair enough. It's just as well we're not going for secrets, really. Okay.
I don't know why, but the swimming sound is so relaxing to me. It's
It
like,
is. It is quite tranquil,
It's
isn't
a
it?
sound I actually like hearing.
When you're underwater, as opposed to the Sonic the Hedgehog drowning music countdown.
Yeah.
That's burnt into my subconscious after traumatizing myself as a kid. Okay. Orange says, look up the Danish frogmen. Awesome dudes. Okay, fair enough. Homework for the evening then, Megan. Look up Danish frogmen.
Oh, I'll do it right now. It like autofilled when I did Danish H or F.
Danish age. I can spell.
Yeah, these guys are cool. It doesn't look like they wear wetsuits though, but these are definitely things that I've seen like a lot of the modern warfare the people are based off
Call of
on in
Duty,
those
yeah,
games.
yeah.
They're super cool looking, super intimidating.
Yeah, if I saw one of those dudes charging at me, like, on land, I'd certainly be a bit concerned.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. Little itty bitty secret up here. Fly Guy says, has anyone here ever 100%ed a Tomb Raider game? I might have done.
Absolutely not.
No. I can't say
Nope.
I've ever played the All Hallows level that you get for getting all the secrets in this game. So that's a no from me, I think. I think the only one that I might have 100%ed is one of the Lao trilogy ones, like Anniversary I definitely have, and
Yeah.
Legend I have. But I'd say they're significantly easier to 100% than these games are.
You got a lot of unlocks for that, didn't you? Like outfit unlocks and stuff.
That's right. That's right. And time
So,
trials and
there's
stuff.
a lot of motivation.
Okay. Let's use Mr. Deagle for this one. Apparently CJ has 100%ed all 3 of the PlayStation 1 games. I'm pretty sure there's 5. But we'll let you off. It's a good achievement. Right, so now I've got to shoot this dude. Oh, please tell me he's dropped that and Oh, thank God. That's the key that I missed last time, because you can get past, like, this entire next segment and not even realize that you needed to kill that guy to get a key. And if you go back to this area after doing that, to find him, he disappears. So, yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Oh, if anyone wants to know where the harpoon gun here is, by the way, it's just here. Not that I will be using the harpoon gun, because it's not my favorite. It's not that powerful, and you've got a dinghy, which you can use to shoot people with now. So, that's fun.
Okay, wait, yeah, I did 100% the TR reboot, the first one, TR 2013, because when you did, you got that nice little, It was like, that was like the concession, you know, like the throwback we could get into the game, because it was like
Oh, really? I
super,
didn't
really,
even realize.
really hard to get. Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was in that. Do you know what? I've not 100%ed that game, so that'll probably be why. It's all notes
She
to
picks
help
up
me
like the
think my-
last cache or something. She does that.
Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's one of the many notes I'm going to have to take mentally when I eventually come to tackling that game for my series. Still on Anniversary, still writing for Anniversary at the moment. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about with Anniversary. Kind of
Chris,
hoping that
I mean that like the focus was obviously on, you know, the reboot and the new vision for Lara. So like having a super classic throwback like that noise, you know, we had to be very selective with what was in there, and that was the one that we were like, yeah, let's do. If we're gonna put anything in there specifically, it's gonna be that.
Rise of the Tomb Raider had one too, where I think it was because of Jason, actually, you were able to get Venice violins in one of the DLCs for when she goes home to Croft Manor.
The Venice violins thing is awesome.
Yes. Like the nods to Tomb Raider 2 in general in that particular DLC were pretty fun. Go away,
Yeah, we had some
crocodile.
fun meetings on that. Fun meetings on it about like what Easter eggs and stuff we wanted to put in, and it was really liked that DLC.
I mean, with regards to sort of like nods and Easter eggs and stuff that you can put in, like, I'm guessing it's quite restrictive in certain ways to what you can and can't include. Like, how easy is it if you were to sort of put a nod to, like, say, in Shadow of the Tomb Raider? I don't know if there are any nods in that one, because I've not played it yet. But I'm guessing if you were to sort of go through a process of adding, like, something, like it's a nod to the older games or whatever, it would be... What's the sort of process involved with going through that?
Oh, I mean, it's just all internal. You know, when I say like for the TR 2013, there were less of them because the focus was on establishing the new direction for the franchise. So the team wanted like a clearer message, you know, like kind of focusing on the new direction. But as Lara's new character got further and further developed, it was easier to integrate more of like the classic elements because, you know, there was that foundation, right? So it's just more of like a pacing and a timing thing throughout the trilogy.
Sure. Okay. No, it's just I just like knowing about that sort of stuff because I just find that sort of side of things with the game industry fascinating. Just like knowing a bit more about the behind the scenes stuff. But I can also imagine it being quite a stressful endeavor as well to a certain degree with all the legal stuff like you've been talking about.
Yeah.
Getting away a few times.
Balancing game. Oh, you should know as a streamer, the new thing that's really challenging is like all the licensed tracks in games and like having to find ways to turn them off so that we don't get streamers like you guys would get hits against your accounts or something.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a combination between Twitch being the copyright law catching up with Twitch finally, I guess. We've had a good run for like many a year, and Twitch has basically finally had to catch up with copyright law. But it's also a case of copyright law in itself is a bit outdated and needs to be adapted. But until that thing happens, we're kind of a bit of an impasse where we're having to mute certain tracks that kind of like ruins certain experiences. Like I played Death Stranding on stream, and one of the tracks that plays is crucial to the emotional impact at the end. And whilst I'm streaming it, it plays fine. But when you wanted to watch it back on a VOD or a stream backup, that's when it automatically gets muted if it detects it. But sometimes it's fine. It's really sporadic on what it likes and what it doesn't like, I found. Like the Tomb Raider suite music is stuff, and the Dark Angel Symphony music I've used a few times on streams, just for like the beginning and the ends and stuff, and I haven't had any problems with that or any kind of like copyright strikes. And it's but you got people who are playing games like Crazy Taxi or any of the Tony Hawk games that have got licensed tracks, and it kind of takes away, you lose a lot by having none of the ability to play those licensed tracks and instead have to substitute it with like generic royalty free stuff, I find. And it's a bit bad that it's a bit bad that the onus is on the streamer themselves to have to do it. But I like that companies now are starting to give us options to make our lives easier. Like Fortnite, for example, I've got it so you can basically turn off all copyrighted tracks and they have royalty-free substitutes, which is pretty good. So I can just foresee that being a thing in the future. Yeah.
Because in the cars, you can listen to radio with like tons of licensed songs.
Yes. Yes, you can.
That's interesting.
But you switch that over.
Fortnite is really good and streamer friendly. I think they're kind of always at the head of that sort of technology.
Oh, they've got more than enough money and fan base to be able to do that. That's the thing. They're they're so super popular, and it's actually crazy that I've not played Fortnite for years until Lara came out as a skin for it, and it sort of got me into playing it again. I play it fairly regularly now, and I actually quite enjoy it because I find the gameplay loop as a whole quite fun. And they do it quite well, regardless of the culture surrounding Fortnite. And it's like it's for the kids, sort of cool kids type game. It's they're very good at what they do, and it's quite interesting how they're kind of building this metaverse idea with all these different properties from movies and games and TV and stuff into one place. Yeah, this part sucks because if you lose track of where the safe spot is, you end up getting lost and I don't know where to go. It's over here. So you end up having to tank through damage with medkits. So just bear with me 2 seconds whilst I damage buff through to here.
No worries.
I have noticed, I'm quite interested. How much of the involvement have you had with the whole Fortnite stuff, just out of interest?
Very, because I'm a crazy mega fan, and so they let me be super, super involved. So...
Because there's two things I want to ask. Sorry, you go first.
I basically, like, when we had the first couple of meetings, I put together like the suggestions for the different outfits for having. Oops, it was I almost said something I probably shouldn't for having the different outfits, having the skin that hasn't officially been announced yet, but people already know about because it leaked. Other
Golden
stuff like that.
Lara.
And, like, suggested I didn't say it, you did. And like the different art and the what am I calling it? The emotes and stuff like that. Like I gave a bunch of emote suggestions, including that one, and then like one of the other ones I suggested would have been the ring menu pop-up, which I thought would have been fun.
Oh, that would have been
And a
awesome.
couple of other things, like a little plush T-Rex.
Oh, what? That sounds amazing.
I think it would have been great, but the acrobatics is at the core, it's like the most Lara, right? So
Yeah,
the other ones were
I like
a
the fact-
little bit more niche. Yeah, and then was really involved in like the Croft Manor thing and
oh, that's one thing I want to
little
ask
things, like,
actually.
naming those books.
I want to ask about Croft Manor because there are still 2 secret rooms that I don't think anyone has actually unlocked yet, and it's like, how the hell do we unlock them? Because someone was saying that you stand on the plate, that's the pressure plate in the middle with all 4 players. But I had a stream evening and I had several people and me doing the same thing, trying to jump on it and all kinds of other things, searching high and low, but we still can't figure out how to open those 2 doors. So I don't know whether or not it's broken or whether or not there's just legitimately a solution that we've yet to figure out yet. Do you know anything about that?
That's interesting. Yeah, because it should be the 4 pressure plates. The interesting thing is, so have you done the replay mode and gone and done any screenshots?
So I haven't personally, but I've seen people have.
So in replay mode, you can actually, basically, it's almost like having dev controls and stuff. You can like, there's certain things that you can do to actually like warp around the map and kind of see how it's constructed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
By the way, side note before we continue, what the heck is the physical purpose of these being here? Like, in the context of this particular location? What are they hammering? Why?
Pistons.
But anyway, sorry, continue. Yeah, pistons of death.
Energy.
Slam. Whoops. Sorry, continue.
No problem. Yeah, so there's like some interesting ways to see how things are all connected and how it's laid out in the level editor and stuff. Then I'm trying to think what else there was. So yeah, and then also like the Lara and Aloy partnership kind of came about because we were just so excited to be able to work together that they were going to be paired together, and so we were just hanging out with their community managers, and then got Chun-Li involved for that little video on social, and it was just super fun.
What video is this? I missed that. I don't think I've seen that.
It was just like
Chun-Li.
a 10-second clip of Chun-Li, Lara, Aloy, and then the fish sticks, the Felicity fish sticks character, all like teamed up in a squad because we thought it was hilarious.
Fish sticks. No, yeah, I think I might have actually seen that. I think Crystal Dynamics had the best response to my question about the hammering. My sanity. Yes. 100% accurate. Let's just save. And save we will. Let's get hammered. Or not. But yeah, because me and my stream were trying to like work out for the longest time how the heck to open those 2 like doors, and we thought we read somewhere there was the pressure plates, but it just didn't work no matter how many times we tried it. So it's a bit of a shame because I wanted to legitimately unlock it. Yeah,
that's supposed to be it.
I think it might be bugged out potentially. I don't know if anyone else here in the chat has been able to unlock it. I don't know if it's something you could look into, or also I think you've gotten a few comments about it. That braid. What happened to her braid? Because it got kind of flopped over the front of her, and
I
what
messaged
happened?
Epic during the last live stream because people were asking about it, and they said that that's just standard what they do for characters that have long hair that clip through things.
You say that, but
I don't think they're gonna
Aloy,
change it. I know that, yeah.
and also their pink-haired one with a massive ponytail as well. It clips through to the bottom of her. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I mean, I don't have too much of a problem with it. I understand why it was there. I just know that people have been asking about it, and I just suddenly noticed it change. I'm like, huh, okay.
Yeah, I know that TR fans are super particular about Lara's hair, rightfully so. I preferred it. Yeah, I preferred it the other way too. But
I mean, it looks a bit daft on Survivor Lara, I have to admit. But the other ones, it kind of looks okay, in my opinion. But yeah, I understand why, from a development point of view, that was a concession that needed to be made. But I just thought it was a quite interesting thing that I noticed when people were talking about it and going, "Oh my god, what have they done to her braid?" So
yeah.
So they got the skin that's not been announced, but that is going to be announced, but nobody knows about, but we do know about. Is there anything else potentially in the horizon, or is that it? Obviously, if you can't say, you can't say. Don't worry about it. But just fishing.
I think that's towards the end. That was a lot. Like the fact that we were so excited that we got to be a part of a battle pass, which meant there was so much more content.
Were there plans to ever have a loading card?
I would love it in the future. Have what?
Were there ever plans to have a loading card image for her? You know how
yes, there was, but it ran out of time. So I almost don't want to say yes because then people will start asking for it. There was a plan, but it was a time issue.
Fair enough. Sorry, I don't mean to put you in an awkward spot. I'm just my general curiosity coming out here, so don't mind me.
I would have loved it. I would have loved it too. I totally get it.
Okay, so we're near the end of Lud's Gate, and then we've got the boss level, and then that's me done. And then we can. Who was it next again?
So Neha is coming back. Neha, are you still in chat?
So we've got Neha coming back on chat, and then who's streaming next? Is it South Pacific that's next?
Let me check.
Or Nevada?
I think it's Nevada next. Am I right, Neha?
Ooh.
Keaton in Nevada. Oh, I love this so much.
Always do Nevada first. That's my golden rule. You broke it. You broke the rule.
We're trying to make it so that you could get to bed on time.
Oh, pish posh. It's all good, man. Right. So now we climb up this to go to Sophia Lee, or Sophia, apparently, according to this game's lore. That's how it's pronounced. Deal with it. And now we get to do the boss level. And then that's me done. We made it through London nearly. Can't believe it. Crazy. Everyone's excited to see. Everyone's excited to see Palette Swap's Lara. And I am too. What was you going to say? Sorry.
Dude, I love her Area 51 outfit. Like I think it's better than the home one. Blue is just so great.
Oh, why? Oh, good job I saved. Oh no, that was because the flare cancelled my animation, didn't it? Well, that's what the bottom of the elevator shaft looks like, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. This is where we're going to be ending the stream. I think Sophia is an older way to pronounce her name, which hints at how old Sophia could be. Ah, okay. How old are we talking here? Millennia? This have been extinct for a millennium. CJ Blackthorn apparently only just realised that that's an elevator shaft.
I don't remember how old she is.
She old. Excuse me, miss, you can't be here. Oh God, why? I have a family. Just another day at Lara Croft. Oh, posture check. Thank you very much there, Sparks. Sparks JB. Okay. I'm going to throw this flare away because it causes me way more harm than it does me any good. Naughty flare. We do that outside. Yeah. Now I can make this jump in peace. Oh, hydrate as well. I'm actually out of liquids. That sounded worse than it actually mean to, but yes, I don't have any way to hydrate. I've run out of water. When did the talks for Fortnite cross Tomb Raider start? That's a very good question, actually, We Are Croft. When did that start? Are you allowed to say, or is it a deep, dark company secret?
Well, I have been barking up the tree since the Marvel's Avengers collab was announced. I was like, 25 is coming up, 25 is coming up, and I think that there was a similar desire to do something on the Fortnite and the Rest of Crystal side. So, I think we really got into the specifics. I think the specifics and starting to see stuff and sign off on concepts and stuff late last year.
Nice.
Yeah, but this was one of those ones that I've been like hoping for years, and it was so cool that it happened.
No, it was a cool thing to see. It's actually got me.
Playing. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've been playing Fortnite for a very long time, and so the first time I saw like the dual pistols in game, I was like, Lara, we need Lara.
Barking at the screen rabidly. Lara, we need Lara. Yeah. So this is Sophia Lee, who basically is Lara Croft's face. Fierce man, but palette swapped with a bit of eyeshadow and some lip blush. Lip blush? What the heck am I?
That's what you meant by palette swap. I get it now.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the Nevada outfit being a palette swap for the whole.
Oh, no. Sophia Lee's character model was basically Lara, but with blonde hair and makeup.
Exactly.
36 minutes of in-game time. Okay, that's not bad, considering last time I did this level was 50 in-game minutes. But here we go. Last level of London, everybody. Get the hype train going.
Level.
Oh, hello, Laurie. Hello.
I'm going back to the final one.
Your presence is much appreciated. Let's check out her office. Look how swanky this thing is, and she even has a big fish tank.
It's a fancy office.
It is fancy in PlayStation 1 terms.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that after the cutscene, Lara took the liberty to move a plant pot in the way of the vent she came from, just so she didn't untidy the place. It's cool. So now I'm going to shoot the shit out of her. Let's do it. So we got a gun, but guns are kind of useless against Sophia because she old and she immortal. So what we're going to do instead is just climb up this to the top to beat her to it. And then, through the power of immortality beating electricity, TM, we can electrocute her and kill her and then take her piece of the stone.
So
Love it.
How you do it.
Yep, that's the way. I reckon this boss took a lot of tries for people. I know it did when I was a kid, and I sort of jumped in casually to try and beat her, like spending ages shooting at her, wondering, why is it not doing anything? And it's like, that's why. That's why.
Sparks. I can't remember what season was what. I know I love the Marvel season, obviously, but whichever season it was that had all the mobility that introduced like the golf carts and the orbs and even the shopping carts, and it had lazy links and you could run around with golf carts with your friends. I remember having so much fun with that one.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the next season of it, now that I'm actually sort of like into it, to see what where they go from here. Because the first time I ever played Fortnite, it was in the very early first island stages, I guess you can call it. So it was it wasn't as as sophisticated as it is now. But I'm actually quite enjoying it.
Yeah.
And everyone here who knows me can probably attest to the fact that I've been playing it. I've been doing community nights with people with it as well. Sort of tried to do the Lara and Aloy thing, but we couldn't get it working for whatever reason. So we ended up doing squad nights instead, where everyone was playing as Lara. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been wicked fun. I've actually not that bad.
Futuristic season was really cool too. They had Neo tilted. That was awesome, and they had those giant, I don't know, the tubes of air that would travel you around the map really fast, and all the mech stuff. That was amazing.
Just crouch here for a moment while she
I love how big the moon is.
Kamehamehas herself. So now she's conveniently placed herself on that there metal walkway. And you notice that there's a little bit of a hatch here. We're going to destroy this hatch through the power of pistols. And just like that, bang!
Rip.
And the Sophia is gone. So now we can't touch that because we've got to stand next to it and pick up the mystical stone of all power, and that will be me done. And then we can raid the next person. I mean victim, I mean person.
She's gone, but not dead,
Forgotten.
right?
Oh yeah, the lost valley, lost artifacts gold levels I've yet to play, and she does return in it. So, are you actually planning on streaming those levels, or is that not part of the Tomb Raider 3 celebration? Did you do any of the gold levels on 2 actually?
Not yet. It's been actually pretty hard just because these games take up a full day. But maybe towards the end of the year we can do just like all the gold levels or like bonus levels and stuff like that.
Oh whoops! Yeah, metal, Steve. That's electricity and metal. Okay, as you were. Carry on. Don't mind me. I'm just being an idiot. Right. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that would be quite cool going through the gold levels, because I don't think a lot of people, apart from the truest of OGs, TM, know about the gold levels and the fact that they actually exist.
Well, I've only
So-
really recently been able to start playing them because I grew up playing Tomb Raider on PlayStation, and they weren't available on PlayStation. So it's only through being able to play it on PC that I've actually been able to play them recently. So
Yeah.
I've actually been streaming through the gold levels on my channel too, and I'm going to be doing the lost artifact ones at some point relatively soon. I think might do it after I've done this recent Tomb Raider custom level set. And get your watches ready. That is, if I stand in the right place. Come on, game. Pick up the glowing thing.
boom.
Time, as they say in speedruns. Hooray! Yes! We did it, everybody. We made it through London.
Herb!
We intensified the London and transcended it. Oh my god, thank you.
You did
Thank you so
it.
much, everybody. Thank you. And now begins the rather simple process, not really, of working out how to raid. So just give me 2 seconds. You chat amongst yourselves and I'll get that all sorted. What was the name of the channel that I need to do that to?
Tomb Gator, isn't it?
Tomb Gator. Gatorade. Let's see if I can find his channel name. On
Hello, it is the Tomb Gator.
Oh, the Tomb Gator.
oh,
Sorry,
the artist formerly known as Tomb Gator. The Tomb Gator, not to be mistaken with all those
yes, it's the Tomb Gator,
imposters.
if y'all can hear me now. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello. So excited for this level.
I am so excited and very nervous, and I can't wait to get started.
So,
You're
so
gonna
fun
absolutely
fact,
smash this, mate. I have every
I don't know,
confidence in you.
Keith-
I'm sure
Keith
everyone
might
else
be
does
saying,
too.
But I loved getting Keaton's email because he really wanted to do the Nevada levels
did.
because he's from Nevada. So
Hey.
Yes.
so this will be fun.
Heck
for him,
yeah.
Yeah, and I
Here we
just want
go.
to set the record straight right now. It is pronounced Nevada, not Nevada.
Okay, sorry. Nevada. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nevada, not
Nevada.
Nevada.
You know, I actually don't hear people say. I guess I gotta correct everyone now because I guess everyone's been saying it wrong.
I know everyone says it wrong, but just don't come to Nevada and say Nevada. You'll just get some dirty looks. So,
Instantly labeled as a tourist and then
Yes.
strung up outside.
Yeah.
And hit with sticks. Right, so gonna prepare the tomb raid. Let's get
All
everyone
right.
ready. Hold on to your butts. It's raiding time. So we've got 67, 91, 106. Come on, keep that number climbing. Come on, Twitch.
Oh,
Oh, what? 180?
Yeah, it has the same energy as it's Leviosa, not
Leviosa! Yeah! When
Leviosa.
Guardian Leviosa! Stop it, Ron. Stop it. Oh, 120. Okay. 121. Are we still doing the thing where Crystal hosts us at, after we raid each channel, by the way? Or
Yeah,
Just sort of like-
I'll go and make sure it's hosting on the Crystal channel.
Excelente. Okay, so we've got 121 according to this. Let's raid, y'all. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy the rest of the day
great
slash
job,
evening.
Steve. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
All right,
Thank you. Cheers.
I'm gonna dip out and watch for a while. Good luck with Nevada.
Thank you.
Nevada.
There we go.
Nevada.
Ah! Look at all these people.
So how are you doing today, Eden?
I am doing so well. I have been so excited for this for the longest time. And yeah, like you said in my email, I definitely was like, hey, I am a Nevada resident, so I think it'd
Nevada.
be a nifty little thing. Nevada, yeah.
Nevada.
Nevada, yeah. Get it right, everyone. Hello, Nevada, yeah.
I like your
I know
t-shirt.
like the proper Spanish pronunciation would be Nevada, but that's just not how we say it here. So, hello everyone. This is so exciting. I've only literally had on a stream maybe like 10 viewers. So this is so exciting for you all to be here and to share the love of Tomb Raider. I'm so excited. And I know I might not have all the bells and whistles that like Steve or Lori had and everything, but I have the heart and soul of a Tomb Raider fan, and I'm like just starting out as a streamer.
Everyone's got their own flavor, and I'm sure we'll
Got our own little
we'll see
flavor, yeah.
You got your Nevada
Alright.
flavor. See,
Nice little Nevada flavor.
I keep finding
Nice
ways
little
to say
Nevada
Nevada now, just so I can.
Yeah. Nevada. Yeah.
So
Nevada.
I see you have a nice.
Nevada.
So I see you have a nice Tomb Raider, a nice Lalara T-shirt on, and
I
see some
do.
stuff in your background. What
Yeah, I
kinda-
had to showcase like all the little collectibles I had.
Oh, that's cute. Why don't you show us some of your
Sure.
collectibles?
So this is the signed copy of the Tomb Raider suite, and I'm wearing the T-shirt as well. Just had to rep Lara. That's a Nathan McCree's signature right there. So good. Oh, let's see. This is. I think this is the Rock Candy. It's called, the little figure. And
so cute.
yeah, it's so cute. And I never had like any Lara figures growing up or anything. So when my mom gave this to me, I literally almost cried. And this was a couple years ago. Isn't that sad? Anyway. And then I think I got these on like a raffle. Oh, let me pull them up here. Our T-shirt hobbies. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think I got these on a raffle that camera. That Stella was hosting or something like that. And this is probably the first collectible I ever had. So these are really cool. Haven't opened them yet because I don't have anyone to play a niche, however you pronounce it. Maybe I shouldn't comment on how people pronounce Nevada if I don't know how to pronounce niche or niche.